Contracts are frequently part of a family of agreements, right? So there might not just be a contract between one party and another, but there might also be amendments to that original contract. There might be addendums to that contract. There might be schedules. There might be statements of work done under it, other related agreements doing different but important things. And to understand one of the agreements, you might need to look at other agreements. And in order to do this, something called related document linking or related document grouping can be really useful. And so what related document linking does is it tries to take a group of agreements and put them all together. And so you might think, well, maybe I can just use clustering to do this, right? And as you'll remember from one of our other videos, clustering is taking a group of things and placing them together. But that actually doesn't work very well necessarily for related document grouping because the documents don't necessarily appear similar to each other. If you think about just an agreement and then an amendment to the agreement might be 50 or 100 pages, and the amendment to it might be like 2 pages. And the only thing linking the amendment to the base agreement is the fact that it sort of refers to the base agreement. It says like, whereas that certain limited partnership agreement dated blank between party and party, that might be the only clue that you have that these agreements actually link together. And so what related document linking and related document grouping does is it's a machine learning based feature that takes as many details as it can figure out and uses those details to put all the documents together into a family. This is really useful for reviewers in that it can enable them to, first of all, see different agreements together that may connect, number one. Number two, it can enable them to perhaps create one summary of all these agreements by having them in one sort of group. And so it can also be useful as a way to sort of add metadata to a system to say that this agreement relates to another agreement. And so it's a pretty useful feature. Also, if you're doing defined term detection, you might need it if you're going to refer someone to a defined term in another document. Happens not infrequently and could be useful. So related document grouping is pretty important and useful and basically puts documents together.